Now today we are making phyllo dough from scratch. Don't be scared, I'm gonna go through all the steps now. Now the dough itself is very simple. It's made of 4 ingredients, those being our wheat flour. I'm using an 11% protein content. So that's kind of like an all-purpose flour or somewhere between an all-purpose and a bread flour. But the best way to know the protein content in your flour, just check the back in the nutritional information and it will give you the percentage. So per 100 grams, it'll say like 10% or 11% or 12%, and you can determine which flour will be the best for this recipe. So I've gone ahead and weighed that out. We also have some salt and some extra virgin olive oil. So I'm gonna add these all to my stand mixer. Now you can make this by hand, and I will leave some notes in your recipe of how you can do that as well. So we're just gonna pop all of those onto our mixer and mix those for a few minutes until they're incorporated. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get some hot water. So I'm gonna grab that now while my dough is starting to mix. So I've just got my hot water from the tap. I'm just going to measure the temperature. I'm gonna measure what I need for this recipe. So now I'm gonna slowly start incorporating my warm water. Don't be tempted to add a lot of flour to this dough. We do want it to be very soft so we can get that maximum stretchability and get a nice thin dough when we roll it out. Using warm water is going to start pre-gelatinizing the starches in the wheat flour, which is going to allow more extendability. So when we start stretching our dough, we're going to get a nice extendable dough that can become very, very thin for our phyllo. So we're just going to mix until everything starts coming together and we get a smooth dough. Okay, now once everything's come together, we're going to increase it to either a speed 2 or 3 and knead it for about 10 to 15 minutes or until we get a nice elastic dough and we can do a window test. Let's take our dough out so we can take a better look at it. So I can see that it's starting to get some good gluten development. Now I'm just going to pop this into a bowl and cover it with some olive oil. And we're just going to wrap it in some cling wrap and set that aside for 2 hours to completely rest. All right, so let's rest that for 2 hours.